This touching story is going viral because nobody could do anything. Ayaan was just 7 when he first noticed something unusual about his mother. She smiled through pain, laughed when she was tired, and hugged him a little longer each night. He didn't understand why her hands trembled when she buttoned his shirt, or why she sat down after walking across the room. To him, she was still his hero, the strongest woman in the world. But deep down, she knew her time was running out. Instead of letting fear consume her, she picked up a pen and began to write. Not just one letter, but many. Letters filled with love, advice, and gentle reminders for every birthday she knew she wouldn't live to see. The first time Ayaan noticed a change was when she couldn't tuck him in at night. She said she was tired. He believed her. Children always believe their mothers. But a few weeks later, she was gone. Ayaan was 8. Too young to understand the word death, but old enough to feel the silence. His home, once filled with laughter and lullabies, now echoed with emptiness. His father did his best, but grief makes even strong men weak. Ayaan grew up carrying questions he never dared to ask. Why did she spend so much time writing? Why did she keep her letters hidden? And most importantly, why did she have to leave? Years passed, seasons changed. Ayaan became quieter, his smile rarer, but he kept moving forward. He studied hard, worked harder, and tried to become the man his mother would have wanted him to be. On his 18th birthday, his father handed him a small wooden box. "Your mother wanted you to have this today," he said softly, his eyes wet with tears. Inside the box were envelopes, dozens of them, each carefully sealed, each marked with a number. 9, 10, 11, all the way to 18. His heart pounded as he picked up the last one, the envelope for today. He opened it slowly. "My dearest Ayaan, if you're reading this, it means you've grown into the young man I always dreamed you'd be. I wish I could see the man you've become. I wish I could hug you and tell you how proud I am. But my love will never leave you. Whenever life feels too heavy, just look at the stars. I'll be there, shining for you, always." For the longest time, that's all he got to read. The only thing that eased the burning question mark in his chest was the promise of the stars. At 25, he was standing at the edge of the rooftop, ready to take the plunge. His girlfriend stood beside him, her hand gripping his. "I don't want to live anymore," he whispered, tears threatening to spill. "Why? You have so much to live for." "We could run away together," she said, her voice shaking. "No one has to know." He closed his eyes, picturing the familiar ache in his chest. But now it was joined by another, a hollow echo in his heart. His girlfriend's fear. He knew he couldn't burden her with his pain any longer. He opened his eyes, the city sprawling beneath him like a blanket of stars. A sob escaped his lips. It wasn't the sight that broke his heart, but the realization that his mother was right. She told him to look at the stars when life felt too heavy. But he was looking at the stars now, and he still felt heavy. He reached out, not to touch the cold concrete, but to cup her face. Gently wiping away her tears, he cupped her face and spoke, his voice raw with emotion. "It's not your fault. I just need to go to her. I need to say goodbye." Her eyes widened in confusion, but before she could respond, he was gone. The wind whipping through his hair, the city blurring around him. He wasn't falling, he was flying. Flying towards the stars, flying towards his mother. When he woke up, his head pounded, his body ached, but he didn't care. He was in a hospital bed. His father sat beside him, his face etched with worry. "You scared me, son. Don't ever do that again," his father said, relief washing over his features. But Ayaan wasn't listening. He saw the same determined set to his father's jaw, the same haunted look in his eyes that he had seen in the mirror just days before. He knew his father hadn't slept in days. He knew the worry lines on his face weren't just from concern, but from carrying the weight of 2 people. Ayaan reached out, squeezing his father's hand. "We should go home," he said quietly. As they drove home, the silence was thick with unspoken words. Finally, Ayaan spoke. "Dad, can we talk?" His father nodded, pulling over at a park. They walked in silence for a bit, the rustling leaves, the only sound breaking the quiet. Then Ayaan turned to his father. "What did Mum leave me?" His father's shoulders slumped. "I'm sorry, son. Your mum, she loved you more than anything. If she could have stayed, she would have. But she was sick. She knew she wouldn't get better. So she hid the truth from me. She didn't want me or you to worry." Ayaan took a deep breath. "So she wrote me letters instead." His father nodded, tears welling up in his eyes. "She wrote you so much, son. She wanted you to have them," she said. His voice cracked, unable to continue. Ayaan stepped closer, his voice soft but firm. "She said she loved me. Dad, I need to know more. I need to know about her, about who I am. His father looked at him, seeing the reflection of his late wife in his son's eyes. You are loved, Ayaan. You are loved more than you'll ever know. And yes, you are special. Your mother made sure of it. He paused, gathering his thoughts. Your mother, she was a fighter. She fought for us, for our future. Even when things were tough, she never gave up. She was the strongest person I knew. His father's voice cracked, unable to continue. Ayaan pulled him into a tight hug, the unspoken words hanging between them. Thank you, Dad. I love you. His father held him close, the dam breaking. Tears streamed down his face. In the quiet of their home, surrounded by boxes of his mother's belongings, Ayaan found solace. In the worn recipe book, the scent of cinnamon and hope lingered. He traced his fingers over the faded ink, imagining his mother's hands creating these culinary delights. Each page was a testament to her enduring love, her secret ingredient being the sprinkle of affection she added to every dish. Amidst the chaos of his emotions, Ayaan discovered his mother's journal. Its leather cover smooth against his fingertips, it whispered stories of resilience and quiet strength. With bated breath, he opened the first page, the familiar script welcoming him into a world of ink and emotion. He read about her childhood dreams, her fears, her hopes, and the depth of her love for him. In the final entry, she poured out her heart, confessing her fears, her regrets, and the unwavering love that had carried her through life's storms. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the room, Ayaan felt a profound sense of connection with a woman he had never truly known. He learned that she had faced her struggles with grace, finding strength in the simplest of joys. Her words resonated within him, echoing the sentiments he had harbored in his own heart. Through her words, he saw himself, his actions, his dreams, and the challenges he had yet to overcome. He understood now that his mother's love had been his guiding light all along. Her strength had been his comfort, her spirit his inspiration. The next morning, armed with a newfound sense of purpose, Ayaan decided to honor his mother's memory by living a life that celebrated her values and resilience. He would find joy in the everyday, embrace challenges with a courageous heart, and most importantly, carry her love with him as a guiding star. Stepping outside, he looked up at the sky, searching for the twinkling lights that had become his solace. In the vast expanse above, he saw not just stars, but a reminder of his mother's everlasting love, her spirit shining brightly in the celestial tapestry. And so, with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit fortified by love, Ayaan began his journey to honor his mother's legacy. Each day was a step towards embracing the strength and resilience she had embodied, turning his grief into a source of motivation and his memories into a guiding light for his future. He knew that wherever he went and whatever he achieved, his mother's love would be his constant companion, urging him forward with every beat of his heart.